Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Happy Earth Day everyone, and in honor of Earth Day I decided to make a Dryad or forest spirit of some sort, possibly maybe even Gaia. I'll leave it up to interpretation and let you decide. I gave her puffy sleeves similar to Penny from the last Stardew Valley video, but this time made them slightly bigger and more voluminous. I also stuck with earthy colours and didn't want to stray from the greens and browns. I had a very specific colour palette in mind, particularly for her base. I was initially going to put her in trousers so that her legs would be reminiscent of a tree, but I scrapped that idea early on and settled on a flower theme, an azalea to be more specific, for its links with femininity and all things nurturing. But then I ended up dropping the flower idea as well, because you'd ideally really have to turn her upside down to even see what flower she was supposed to be. So in the end I decided on this skirt design and used a variegated green yarn for it. I would like to add one caveat with regards to the variegated yarn. I couldn't find any at my local haberdashery, but ideally I wanted to have a variegated yarn with quick colour changes so that the colour change could come through as a crochet quicker, but because the colour change was quite long, I then had to make her skirt rather long as well. I chose to do the hair in lime green as it was a vibrant colour, and as it's spring all the vibrant greens seem to shine through even more as the sunlight hits them, and I was aiming to call back to the lichen and moss that you do see on the trees. The hair I decided was also going to be extremely long and flow almost down to her feet, which would have been the tree roots. You can really see the tree metaphor coming together at this point. For the top of her head I wanted to have a crown, just made from the spring flowers. I used some garden wire and cut a length that fits the top of her head in circumference wise, and here I'm just using some floral tape to join the ends of the wire without creating a nasty unseemly bump. From here I then crocheted around the wire to form a base of single crocheted stitches. I could then use these stitches to build upon and anchor the flowers onto. So as well as creating the flower crown, I wanted it to look as if the vines are hanging from it. So I just crocheted various sizes of vines around the crown as I went. The flowers were actually pretty basic to create. I didn't want to overload the crown to make it too heavy, but I still wanted a fullness there to indicate abundance, fullness and the fertility of spring. So I could have gone with more complicated flowers, but the project just didn't really need it. I made a few more flowers, varying the colours with each one, and after that was done, it was just a case of sewing them onto the crown base. Okay, I'm going to jump in really quickly with a resin project here. The colours I used are from the Pebeo Vitria range in white, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, lazuli, which is basically blue, and oriental green. I also used 2 mica powders in spring green and true blue. Now I was going to make a crochet globe, but decided it would actually have been too big for the effect I wanted. So I felt that if I was representing Mother Earth, then she would rightly be holding the earth or have it in her guardianship in some way. So I opted to do this with resin. I know I haven't done anything significant with resin on the channel yet, there's more to come, but baby steps. Anyway, I started off with some white and did a partial cure under the UV lamp so that the green and blue wouldn't blend into it and ruin the effect. Using the spherical mould, I balanced the globe and attached the bail cap before adding all the paraphernalia that comes with making a necklace. So while you watch me do that, and just before the reveal, I'd just like to thank you all for watching. Please like, share and consider subscribing if you like the content that I create. Don't forget to hit that bell button to be notified when I upload a new video, and leave a comment if you feel so inclined. Yes, I read them all. I may not understand some of them, but I do read them all. Thanks again, enjoy the beauty shots and see you in the next one. Bye!